Hello, I'm Teacher Wick. What's your name?
Ted.
Ted. It's nice to meet you, Ted. How old are you?
I'm 9 years old. I mean 8 years old.
9 years. 8 years old. I see. Okay. How are you today?
I'm good.
You okay?
Yes.
Yes. All right then. So, Ted, you're studying AHOP Social Studies Step 4, right?
Yes, but now my mom
Mm-hmm.
told me that I have to do science step 3 and
Mm-hmm.
science step 4 and I do, I think it was chapter 3. The change in the
Chapter 3. Okay, hang
environments.
on.
The change in the environment, I think.
Okay. Hang on. Give me a second. Step 4, Chapter 3. Which one?
I mean, not chapter 3. I think it was lesson
Mm-hmm.
3, chapter 2.
Chapter 2, Lesson 3. Ecosystems change, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right then. Well, can you see the book?
Yes, it's the next page. I mean,
The next page,
after two
okay.
pages.
So page 53?
Uh, yes, page. Human cause changes in the ecosystem. Changes
Okay.
in the environment may also happen because of human activities. The cities where we live may have been covered with trees in the past.
Mm-hmm.
As human population grows, our need to build houses also increases. This means the new cities need to be built in places where plants and animals used to live. Human activities such as mining,
Mm-hmm.
farming, cutting of trees, and building structures can change ecosystems. Pol-
Mm-hmm.
Pollution from industries and even our daily activities contribute to destruction of nature. Global warming happens because of the pollution that is produced by these warm activities. Global warming is the gradual increases in the Earth's temperature that causes many changes in the Earth's climate and weather, which is turned to affect plant and animal life.
Okay, so thank you very much, Ted. I think that you understood. I mean, did you understand everything that you read?
Yes.
All right. So I'll just give you a tip because this is an English class and not a science class particularly. I would like it if you could pronounce your words clearly and more audibly. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Ted. So let's go to the questions. Number one, name an example of an event that causes big changes in ecosystems.
Um. Um. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
volcano eruptions.
Okay. Please complete the sentence.
Volcano eruptions causes a lot of changes in the ecosystems.
All right. So how does it change the change? I mean, yeah, how does it change the ecosystem? Can you give
Well,
me
a
some
lot of
examples?
forests get destroyed because of the lava, and also a lot of cities get destroyed because of the rocks, and
Mm-hmm.
also sometimes there are landslides from the mountains. So a lot of houses can be destroyed too, and sometimes there are earthquakes that happen with volcanoes, and there also changes of lands.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much for a lot of examples.
Also, there is
Number
hot water and steam pouring out of the ground if there are volcano eruptions.
Right. Okay, those are called geysers. All right. Number two. How do human activities affect the ecosystem?
Um, it affects the ecosystems. A lot of those affect the ecosystems badly
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of these are pollution.
Right. Okay. do you think that you're one of the problems of, I mean, do you think that you make changes in the ecosystem individually?
I'm not so sure about that.
Not so sure.
Yes,
Right.
because I don't
All
really
right.
chop down a lot
Number
of
three,
trees.
how do we stop?
Global
Yeah.
warming from happening.
Do
Um,
you throw your garbage in the proper place?
yes.
Yes. All right then. Good. Number three, how do we
Okay.
stop global warming from happening?
We can stop it by reusing or recycling and reusing.
Mhm.
And also, you could turn off the lights when you're not using the lights.
Exactly. Okay, good. Do you think that we can reuse everything, all materials?
Um, maybe everything's cat for um
Mhm.
the stuff like the stuff that cannot the stuff that you doesn't don't throw in recycle bins like water tissues or
Mhm.
dust.
Dust. Okay. Good. Do you have any questions about this page or the last page?
Nope.
None. All right. Let's go to the next page. Vocabulary check.
Match
Please
each
read the
word
instructions.
on the right to its correct description on the left by drawing a line to connect the dots. Tropical.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. There.
um, uh, Number 5. These are regions that experience lots of wet and dry season. Number
That's right.
2. Global warming. Um,
Mhm.
um, Number 3. This is a gradual increase in temperature caused by pollution.
Okay. Next.
Uh, Number 3. Earthquake. Uh, this is a Number 6. This is a natural event that causes the surface of the earth to shake.
Sorry, can you read that clearly, please?
This is a natural event that causes the surface of the earth to shake.
Thank you so much. Much better. Next.
And temperate. Um, Number 2. These are regions that experience the four seasons: summer, fall, winter, and spring.
Correct.
And typhoon. Um, Number 4. This is a natural event that brings strong winds and heavy rains.
Therefore, polar is
Number 1. These are regions that experience cold weather all year long.
correct. Okay, let's go to the next page.
Right,
Perfect.
true if the statement is correct and false if it's not. Number
Oh,
1.
okay. Please wait, Ted. If the statement is false, I want you to make it a correct statement. Is that okay?
Okay.
All right. Number one.
Changes in ecosystems only happen through long periods of time. False. It can happen in short and quick, or sometimes happen in long periods of time. Number 2. Tropical regions are places near the equator. True. Number
Mm-hmm.
3. Polar regions experience only spring and summer. False. It only experiences winter.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Number 4. Plants and animals are affected by the activities of people. True. Number 5. Global warming helps the environment. False.
Mm-hmm.
Food for thought. What are the things that you can do to help decrease pollution? I can recycle.
Mm-hmm.
And I could also reduce and reuse.
Right. Reduce and reuse what? Can you give me a specific example?
Like I can turn off the lights, and I could
Mm-hmm.
also turn off the water, and I could
Mm-hmm.
um,
Yeah.
for reusing, I think I can just recycle.
Ah, recycle what? Can you give me a material?
I can recycle plastic.
Plastic. Right. Good. Next.
Explain how each of the natural human events affects plants and animals in the ecosystem. Number one,
Mm-hmm.
earthquake. It destroyed a lot of plants and trees in the forest, and also a lot of um, animals and humans die because a lot of things fall from cliffs and buildings, and also it could
Mm-hmm.
um,
Mm-hmm.
there might be a landslide.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Number two, cutting off trees. Um, a lot of animals can't live without trees, and so cutting trees is destroying animals' homes. And uh,
Ooh.
number
Are you okay?
yes.
Uh-huh.
For number two, you could there would be a lot of clean air because trees make oxygen.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And number three, um, if there aren't a lot of trees, it also means there aren't a lot of. It's hard to get a lot of fruits that grow on trees.
Mm-hmm. And did you also know that if we don't have enough trees, then the land gets destroyed easily when it rains really hard?
Oh
So that
yes,
means less trees, more landslides. Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Good. And
Global
last, global
warming.
warming.
It causes the places like the polar regions to melt the ice, and then
Mm-hmm.
polar bears would have hard time surviving, and also uh, for global warming, it can also
Mm-hmm.
uh, it can there will be a lot of hot temperatures, so
Mm-hmm.
a lot of animals would be hot,
Right. So a lot of
and
animals will lose their homes, right?
yes, and also a lot of humans might
Mm-hmm.
get hot because people like
Mm-hmm.
me, some people might really hate hot stuff.
Right, exactly. Okay, because it changes the weather, right?
Yes.
Ultimately, it changes the weather pattern. So not only the heat, but also the time of year when it rains, when it's supposed to rain, it changes as well because of global warming. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, Ted, and thank you so much for talking really, really well in class. Please check your corrections later. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Ted. Bye.
Okay. Bye.